Hello, everybody. Before we get started, let me make sure that the notification's gone out. Hey, Mac. Make sure notification's gone out. Yes, it did. Check the sound. Make sure sound's fine. Okay, so let's get started here today. Today, we're going to, I'm going to be working with resin. And before we get into actually making anything, or I'm making anything, I'm going to show you some of the different tools and supplies and things that I use, and they're easy, ready to get. You can get a lot of this stuff on Amazon, or some stuff actually came from the Dollar Tree, some came from Walmart. Some stuff was sent to me free to test out. And then we'll get into making some pieces in a mold. Hey, Sissy. Happy birthday, Steph Sissy. Zoe's got cat fur everywhere. So, two of the major things that I always have around when this is even when I'm working with polymer clay. Some of these things are polymer clay friendly as well. I always have one of my microfiber cloths around, because actually that can pick up hair and especially cat fur, off your stuff. I always have silicone mats to work on, and I also have a old microwave tray, and I've just got that sitting on top of my black silicone mat, and then I'd use my smaller silicone mat on top of that. That just gives me a portable work surface. So when I'm actually done pouring the pieces, I don't have to try to actually pick them up. Okay, Steph. That way I don't have to actually pick the pieces up and move them to this tray. And so I do that. I always have, these are polymer clay's best friend as well. Just some good old baby wipes. This is a brand that my local food line carries. It's 216 wipes in here. And I think I paid about, I think it was like $7 or $8 for them. Then you always got to have your protection, which if I'm mixing big batches, I'll wear these. But 9 times out of 10, I don't wear the gloves when I'm making small batches of resin. A lot of other people will use a mask as well. But the resin that I use is a low odor resin. So I don't know, sis. I sent her the information, but I haven't heard from her in a couple of days, so I don't know. They'll wear, but I use low odor resin, so I don't wear the mask. But in the future, if I start to use a different, because there's different types of resin that you can use, and some of them have an odor to them, and some of them don't. Hey, Louis. So I always have the gloves on hand, just in case I need them, and I'm trying to figure somewhere to lay them so they're out of my way. Then I have a heat gun, and all this is for is once you pour your piece, you can just go over top of it, and the heat of this will actually help degas the resin and pop the bubbles. So this, and you can also use this too if your polymer clay is a little cool. You can warm your polymer clay up. Plus, you can actually warm your molds up with this as well before you pour. And then this is a drill for drilling holes into your pieces. I got this really cheap off of Amazon. I believe it was only about 10, 15 bucks. The heat gun was, I know, was about $15. I do remember that. Then these are silicone mixing tools. Because when you're mixing in the cups or the silicone mold cups or whatever, you can scrape real easy with this. And if you don't like the curve, you can actually cut right across there and straighten it out. But these are also help, you know, to spread resin and all as well. I weigh my resin out. My resin I use is a 1-to-1 ratio, which means 1 part of part A, 1 part of part B. Some resins are 2-to-1, some are 3-to-1. It all depends on the type of resin. So I have a digital scale. And then it's got the tare feature, which means I can weigh the first one out, take that measurement, clear that, and then add the second part to it. I'll show you that in a few. I always have some Scotch tape on hand because this helps with when you're using mica powders. And this also works with polymer clay as well. You can use the Scotch tape to actually take some of the mica powder away. And then I have these silicone mixing cups here. I also have, let's see, oops, I knocked that over. So if I want to mix big batches, then I have these little ones for making smaller batches. And then I also have these, which let's see, let me put this black thing down. I think if I put they'll let me. I don't know if the camera pick it up. You can see it has measurements on it. So you don't always have to weigh it out. But with 1-to-1 resin, you need to have equal amounts of the two parts. So it's best that you have a way to measure it, or, with like a measurement cup here, or you actually can weigh it out. And the thing I like about the silicone is when I'm done, I can let the resin harden in here, the leftover resin, and then it just peels right off the silicone. Can't think of there. Then I have what's called pipettes, or pipettes, whatever you want to call them. These you can use to put resin in small spots, but what I use them for is sometimes to get the kind of precise amount, not per se exact amount of resin I need for a mold. I will measure out some water into that mold, and then take it out and weigh that water, and that gives me an idea or measure that water out. That gives me an idea of what I need. I also have it in some smaller ones here. Let's see what else. Then I have these stirring spoons. I'll show you those. I have some different types of stirring spoons. I have some over here too. I have these, which you can also measure out. There's a little indentation here. You can measure out your mica powder for mixing in your resin. And then these are just like little, I don't even know where these came from. Oh yeah, I do. These actually came out of a, I think it's Sunkissed or Bumblebee lunch kits, the tuna chicken lunch kits. It's already mixed chicken salad and all. So I just purposed them for using with my polymer clay and resin. I also have 1/8 of a teaspoon measurement that sometimes I use for measuring out my mica powders. I have these spoons, which I can use for measuring out my micas and my glow-in-the-dark pigments. I have these stir sticks for stirring resin. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Some people actually use wooden popsicle sticks. I don't use the wooden popsicle sticks because they could produce a lot of air bubbles into your resin, and they're not reusable. With these, you can just wipe them down with a baby wipe and a little bit of denatured alcohol or alcohol, and it's good. Let's see. Then I have my different paintbrushes for painting the mica into the molds. I have my tweezers. I actually have 3. I should have another set here. Where are they? These I use for putting in. Oh, there they are. Putting in inclusions and stuff into my resin, which I'll show in a little bit. And then, okay, the rest of the stuff in that cup is polymer clay. That's all for polymer clay. It's just tools I use for that. I also use the paintbrushes to paint mica on my polymer clay as well. Let's see what those there. Then we have the resin itself. This is UV resin. This is another type. This uses a special light to cure it. I actually have 2 different lights, but this is what one of them looks like. And these are just LED UV lights. The thing with this is, though, you don't want to dye this pigment here with pigment, because it does not cure all the way through, because it relies on the light to go all the way through to cure the resin. I learned it the hard way making a set of earrings for my niece, and we went to go get them, and they had busted open, and the UV resin was still wet inside. Then this came with a kit I got. This is a 1-to-1 ratio epoxy resin. You have, which means you have 2 different parts. You have a part A and a part B. Usually the part B is your hardener and the part A is your resin itself. So you mix equal parts of part A and part B. And you always want to read your instructions on your bottle, because mixing time is always a little bit different depending on the resin. And I think the work time for this is about, I want to say about 12 minutes. It's a 3 to 5 minute mix. Then you can add your pigment, and then it cures at 24 hours, but it's not fully cured for 72. And then I have this resin, which is a same thing. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, which you have the part B, and let's see, it's part A. And I like it because it comes in these bottles with these little squirt tops on it. And let's see. Trying to remember, what is my mix time on this one? Yeah, this one still mixes 3 to 5 minutes. And it sets in about 30 minutes. Somebody actually told me my my work time. Oh yeah, this has a 30-minute work time. These big bottles here have a 30-minute work time. So I got this on Amazon. These are kits here is what are they? 8 ounces. So it's 4 ounces of each, and they range about with tax around $10. Then you have, I'm going to do something with the rest of that UV. I just want to get rid of that, and it'll give me a chance to play around with the drill as well. Then you have pigment UV powders, which you all have seen me work with this one before. I just got some new ones, and I've had the UV light sitting on them. So I'm going to cut the lights off. Oop. Alexa, softbox off, please.
Okay.
And we'll see if they're glowing. You know, this is what that one looks like. And some of these are. So these are your glow powders. And, you know, you got some different colors, like greens and cyan. I have orange. You know, not all of them are glowing because they all didn't get the light, but got some purple. You know, so you have those as well. Alexa, softbox on.
Okay.
So those can be mixed into the resin as well. And then you have your inclusions and your mica powders, which you've seen me work with my mica powders before. So I'm really not going to go through those. You've seen me work with those with my polymer clay, of course. And then this is just some alcohol in a bottle for thing. Then you have like some dried flowers you could put in there. Oh, let me turn it back on. These are some stones that they sent that you could put in your resin. Some pretty stones. Let's see. That's sandpaper for sanding down the edges. Then you can add glitters, sequins. I got some sequins here. Some more glitter. Some more glitter. This is like I don't know. This is kind of like a chunky glitter. Then I got some gold foil. They sent. And some more mica powder. Let's see a piece I'm doing. These are mica powders. You can even use eyeshadow as mica because it's basically mica powder, but that's for something else. And eyes. Oh, I gotta figure out what's wrong with that. And then these are some more mixing spoons and stirs that I have. Let's see. This is a kind of a goldish kind of mica powder, glittery type. Some blue and a bronze. I didn't even realize I had those. And then these are actually pigment inks that you can mix into your resin. I've never really used these, so that's something new to me. Let's see, let's get all this back in here. Put all this back in here out of the way. One of these micas is leaking. So, okay. that's that. Okay. And then I also have glitters and these are different beads, glitters. Let's see, I'll bring the camera up to this. These are different beads, glitters, and inclusions that I can put in there as well. So, oh, you got different stuff that you can add. Oh, I forgot to do that. It goes back over there. To your resin. Then I have this to cover my resin when I'm done while it's curing because it keeps the dust out. Okay. Let's see. What else do I need to show? Then for findings and finishing, you got these are for like keychains. Some of this I use for my polymer clay too. These are eye screws for putting in. Eye pins. Some of these things are I use in my polymer clay. Some more screws. Then you have like I have these gold gears that I can put into the resin as well. And I also have some antique looking gears. These are for my necklaces. And then you got your keychain ends. I have my earring backs. You know, different earring backs. Other bits and bobs that can go in there as well. So that is those. I'll show you those things in another video, making something for those. Then I have the molds. And we have some different type of molds here. Let's see. Let me find them all. I have a lot of molds for resin. Okay, there we go. All right, first off, I have this castle, and each piece is individual, and then you can glue them together. And on that, I have a alphabet mold, which you afterwards you could turn these into keychains. And you see these are clear silicone, and then I have these pink silicone ones as well, which these are Christmas related. So, but these are also made of silicone. Then I have, which I'll probably use out of one of these today. I might make something with the UV. These I actually already have the little piece in them. So when you put the resin in, it put the hole in there for your keychain. I have a mold that makes dominoes, a whole set of dominoes. Then I have a set that actually makes a gingerbread house. Which is pretty cool. Then this one makes little tiny gems. Another one that makes earrings. I actually have two of them that are kind of similar. Then I have this one that makes gems. And it has the piece that already puts the hole in it. These already make for keychains. Then I have this one. It already has a piece for the hole. I have a cute little teddy bear. I have this cute little teddy bear. Then this one is just some different designs, which have some little elephants, stockings, hats, gloves, mittens, apples, kitty cat, bunny, stuff like that. Um, this one makes a bangle bracelet, but I'm like trying to figure out whose wrist that's going to fit. I mean, I'm like, come on now. Um, this one makes like diamonds. And I have these silicone mold ones. I just got these little puppy paw print, a little heart, and then two different little dog bones. Then I have these itty bitty teeny stars and triangles. I am like trying to figure this out. That's like a tiny drop of resin. Um, and then you got these, which make gemstones. These make gemstones. So that is the molds, which I'm going to use because I'm going to use up this UV resin today. So I will probably use my big mold here. Um, actually, I actually have some coasters as well, coaster molds, but I'm not sure where I stuck those right now. Um, yeah, actually, I want to use this resin. Resin. You know what? I think I'm going to use this UV on some dominoes because then I can just drill through the holes on the dominoes. I'm not worried about losing this UV resin, just because I'm just going to squirt it into here and then cure it with the light. Um, just because I just want to get rid of it. So it really doesn't matter. Um, which one I do it in. I'll just do it in the first one here. So with the UV resin, you pretty much, you don't even have to measure this out. You just pour it in wherever you want. So I'm going to pour it in this first one here. And I'm not going to put no glitter or nothing in it. And the thing with the UV is it's not going to cure until I put the UV light on it. And I see I got some bubbles. And this takes 30 to 90 seconds with the UV light to cure. But I see I have some bubbles in there. So I'm going to use my heat gun. As soon as I can reach the plug here. I'm going to take the heat gun above it. Not real close because I don't want to blow the resin out of the mold. But enough that it's going to pop the bubbles. And I actually blew the resin out just a little, but it's okay. It is still pure. And then you take your light, your UV light, and I usually like to let the light stay on for a good little while. But as soon as your UV light hits it, it starts to cure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why, but okay. For some reason, this resin is bending in the mold. But it doesn't matter. I just wanted to use this up. I can see where it is separated from the side here. I'll use the spoon. Push that back down. Okay, that is so weird. I have never had UV resin do that before. Wow. Okay, that's weird. Okay, that is like weird. I have never had resin do that before. And this one's got an air pocket in it. Okay, well. Okay. We'll just let it cure. We'll just let it cure. Yes, I don't know. I have never had resin do that. UV resin do that before. I am like baffled. I'm like baffled, you know. So, but usually what I do is I try to cure the one side really good. And then I usually flip it and cure the other side. That is so weird. But this is an actual piece that I have done with the two-part resin. I actually made it, it has the glow in the dark powder in it, some glitter, and a printout of something. No, the camera's not going to pick that up. But this is what that, and you can see there's a little give, um, but not much. All right, so Sissy, the thing with resin is it heats up too, and this is really heating up. Not used to. Sticky. I'm going to go ahead and turn this out. I can put the light, still put the light on it. Yeah, just I'm just baffled at why it um did what it did. That is just so weird. That because UV resin normally does not buckle and cure like that. But I have had that resin for a little while, so um, that could be the issue as well. So we'll just cure them some more to UV light. Wow, that is just weird. I'll probably take a, because I don't care if I get anything on this. Probably going to take a baby wipe and use the heat gun and dry the baby wipe. And then spray the baby wipe with some alcohol and wipe them off. That'll help get the stickiness off. Dry this baby wipe out. Right. I'm not trying it all the way out, just trying it enough. It's not really. That should be good enough. And then we'll use some alcohol on it. That is just weird. It just heated up so weird. I've never had that happen with that before. Okay. It doesn't matter. These are just fooling around pieces, basically. I just want to play with the drill here in a little bit and see how that works. Sorry about that, y'all. Just had to take care of something really quickly. Here we go. Okay. So This would be the first time I am playing with this grill. I have not used it yet, so yeah. Should be fun. Okay, so I know how that works. Let's see if I can find the key thing here. Let me open this somehow. I think it slides. Yeah. And I'm going to go with one of the bigger bits. Just because I don't want to use something small right now. And that goes down in there. And that tightens back up. Okay. All right, so we have the drill bit in here. And now let's just pick a spot and drill. Oh, wow. That drill's really nice. I hit that air pocket. Oh, wow. I am actually. And the thing is, you don't want to try not, you want to be in a well ventilated area for one thing when you're working with resin, but you don't want to breathe in the powder that it's putting off here. I'm actually happy with that. actually, yeah. Oh, that's cool. That actually, when I drilled the hole, it put the powder down in the hole. Oh, wow. So I can drill on an angle. Oh, yeah, I can. Well, I didn't want that to happen. You gotta make sure that it's tight. My drill bit came out. But yeah, so wonder how this drills into polymer clay. Where is that? One of those pieces. Let me find one. I know I've got one here somewhere. I actually want to put I want to make this into a keychain. But I will need to put a hole right about there. Oh, that's so cute. That'd be the cute little keychain. Let me play around just drilling holes now. Oh, I can actually cut designs with this too. Oh, that's cool. I wonder something. I wonder something. Where did I stick that? I have another set that I got a while back. They will fit in there. No, they won't fit in there. Okay. But I do have some more drill bits somewhere. I do know that. So I like the drill. The drill is pretty cool. The drill works nice. But yeah, so that is pretty much the extent of working with resin and tools and all that kind of stuff. The drill does get stuff everywhere though, but it's fun. I actually am having fun with that. So I will end the live here, so I can clean up because I have a mess to clean up. And I will catch everybody in the next live stream. There will be no game night live tomorrow. I'm taking a 3-day weekend, just because the weather's supposed to be really crazy hot here. So I want to get some stuff and plus I need to move some stuff around and get a better setup. The way I'm set up right now, I'm starting to feel a little cramped. So um, I want to get a better setup, everything set up and straightened up, and my OCD is kicking in. So I will see everybody later. Peace, love, microdots. Mutt, gone. We gone, killer.